Hello crafters, welcome to Create at Home with G. Gareth here. Today we're going to be doing some home decor which you can use throughout the year, but it can also be geared toward a specific season or holiday. You're going to need some acetate. Now this is acetate that I sell in my store, comes in an A4 size. You're going to need a picture frame. Now they do loads of different styles of picture frames in Poundland, but you can get picture frames in second-hand stores, thrift stores, in Dollar Trees, that type of thing, all over the all over the place. Now Poundland do a set of two. You get a 5x7 and a 4x6, and they're this lovely wooden design. Or they do a bigger one, and this is the 8x10, and it's the 8x10 that we're going to be using today. Now when I was creating this particular craft, I went online and there was so many variations of this kind of backless frame. It's kind of see-through all the way through, and I tried a few different ways, and the way that I'm bringing it to you for this larger project, actually for all of the sizes, it's just the easiest way. I'm taking out this and I'm going to keep this because what I'm planning on doing is maybe doing a mixed media project, and then it comes fully prepared with a stand, and it's quite nice and thick and sturdy, and this hook also comes in handy, so I'm keeping that. You're not going to use the inlay. The only thing you're going to need is the glass. Now I am going to just quickly pop off screen and give this a wipe over, because as you can see they are quite dirty, so I'm going to give it a thorough clean and then I'll be right back. Okay crafters, you're going to have to make sure that your glass is nice and clear, because obviously this particular project doesn't have a back, it's see-through all the way through. Now you're going to need a good glue. Now that's up to you whether you use E6000, a super glue, and all those other really strong, or I think there's one called Gorilla Glue which we have over here and also is available elsewhere. Just have a look and get yourself a really good, decent, strong bonding glue. I'm going to use the E6000 for this particular portion of the craft, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the E6000 on the inside where the glass sits. So I'm just going to put some E6000 on there. Now this will take approximately 24 hours to set, so make sure that you've got this completely dry and secure before you hang it up on the wall. Okay, so I'm going to inlay my glass back in. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to, I completely missed that step crafters. You're not going to need these pins, and I should have taken these out before I stuck the before I cleaned my glass and stuck the glass down. Sometimes when this camera goes on, that's it, my mind goes completely blank. So I'm just going to take these out. You're not going to need those either. Thankfully these can come out pretty nicely, so they're not putting any debris on my glass panel. Okay, so you're not going to need those either, so get rid of those. And then find yourself some leaves. Now you can press leaves, you can press flowers, you can dry some flowers and press them, you can buy artificial flowers, that type of thing. I'm going to use this artificial fern, but if you do, obviously whatever size item you put in this frame, be sure that it's going to fit, because obviously you can't have anything that's too deep or thick because it's not going to fit. So obviously these are only certain sizes, but they do, I mean this is the fern leaf from Poundland, and you could dissect that and put it in there. You could put in some artificial leaves, you can get some dried pansies and put them in there. I think that look quite nice, but I'm going to go with the fern. So I'm just going to get some more fern pieces. I'm going to have 2 ferns in this piece. Now these I'm going to hot glue onto the acetate, just a dab, because obviously we don't want tons of hot glue showing. And obviously these are wide, which is quite nice. I actually want that a bit smaller. And I've done these in portrait, landscape, all different directions. Yeah, so that's good. Now obviously my acetate is going to be too long, so I do need to cut off a portion of this acetate. So I'm going to do that off camera, making sure that your acetate is obviously nice and clean also. I'm going to just put a tiny bit of hot glue on the back of these artificial ferns and stick them down on my acetate. And obviously be careful with glue strings at this point, because if you get glue strings stuck in here, you're not going to be able to get them out, and obviously that's going to look unsightly if you've got them on display. So check them over before you put them in, make sure there's no glue strings. Okay, so now on my particular frame I'm going to put some hot glue just on the two sides, because that's where my acetate will hit. But on the smaller frames your acetate will go all the way around, so that's what hot glue all the way around. Just blow off anything you might see. I can see some glue strings in that there. I think I waited too long. Oh no, it was like it's stuck. And there we have a completely see-through frame, and obviously because it's acetate it does tend to grab hold of everything. Right, let's attach a rope hanger, and I'm simply just going to staple this on. Okay, crafters, so I'm going to go and hang this up with all the other ones I've done, and I will show you my